Yo, what when this is Dancehall Kid representing for Chamvari. Holland, Makasa, we wanna hear Chamvari Panapa. Holland, Makasa, to know the center stage. I watch Chamvari. You are the queen of the radio, Satamba Wakwati, Napota. You are no piece of stereo, Wakashikari Papi, WERFM. Kana uri on the terror that we be friends them. Aonga Mbavunuka, Abanga Mbukona. Holland, Makasa, we wanna hear Chamvari Panapa. Holland, Makasa, to know the center stage. Panapa. Holland, Makasa, we wanna hear Chamvari Panapa. Holland, Makasa, to know the center stage. Panapa.
This is Center Stage with the latest and the hottest issues with Chamvari, brought to you by NMB Bank. NMB Bank, in pursuit of excellence.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, coming to you from another world, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Baby X.
Golden fingers on the beat.
Mwana kunyarara, nzeve kuterera. You're dying inside, mashoka no parada. Apana no nyarada, the world is too plain. Somebody see me, somebody hear me. Somebody feel me, somebody heal me. Liwenzelani, bengi senzani. Wenangubani, ubuzani. You're the highest mountain, overflowing fountain. You're the light and lantern, you will love for certain. You're the highest mountain, overflowing fountain. You're the light and lantern, you will love for certain. Angilandaba, Angilandaba. Angilandaba, Angilandaba. They can talk if they want to and say what they want to. Angilandaba, Angilandaba.
Baby girl, I saw you banging ngizwe out. I saw suicide door ngeke ngife out. Masufuna ukuvaya ngcono kuphele out. Thanda wena ngani marathon winning out. Tell abantu ukuthi mina ngi wrong. When you the one who got me now singing this song. Yeah, I'm in the studio, lo Tommy, lo Natty, all I'm telling them good mean I'm done with it. Why so why you nje? Why ungenza kanje? Why you pull moyo wami? Why you pulling why so why you nje? Why ungenza kanje? Why you pull moyo wami? Why you pulling
Angilandaba, Angilandaba.
Angilandaba mina.
Angilandaba,
Angilandaba.
Angilandaba.
Angilandaba mina.
Talk if they want to and say what
21 minutes past 2 o'clock is our time right now, and welcome to another exciting edition of Center Stage, which comes through every Tuesday between 2 and 3 p.m. And this afternoon, we have superstar Miss Tammy.
Hey.
She's in the studio with us, and this program is proudly brought to us by NMB Bank, which comes through with Center Stage every Tuesday, and we come through and we get to talk about how we can make life easier for you as far as banking is concerned and paying your bills online, because it's always a mission. It's always a mission when it comes to paying your bills. The last thing that you want is to have stress. So we got the NMB Bank Instant Account. Now this one is quite easy and simple. So let me tell you about it. It's a NMB Bank Instant Account Script. Not Instant Account Script. Listen, I'm reading everything. Stop laughing, baby. It's not that funny. All right. So if you want an open instant individual account, you just dial *241#. And the application process takes 3 minutes. Only 3 minutes and you're done. So simply dial *241# to get started. And then there's no need to visit any branch. Select option 2, which is open new NMB account. And then view, and if agreeable to the terms and conditions, you enter 1. Select your preferred account type and currency, whether it's UZWL or USD Nostro. Enter your national ID number, enter your birth date, and then EcoCash registration is optional, and enter your EcoCash number to link with account. Select a branch of your choice, easily accessible for your convenience. NMB Connect is a digital bank. You can also transact from anywhere, anytime, as long as you have an NMB bank account. SMS confirmation notification into your inbox, and you can transact instantly, receive or send money immediately just by dialing *241# and then opening an instant individual account with NMB Bank. I'll give you more information as we go along with the show. We'll get to tell you about the instant account benefits as well as the instant account target market, because you're probably wondering, does this apply to me? Well, I'll let you know if it does as we go along with the show. But we got Tammy in the studio, and she's here promoting a brand new album, which is called Budzijena. Hey, Tammy.
Hey.
What's up, girl?
How are ya?
I feel like these past few weeks have been so busy for you. You have been up and down, left and right, circles.
Yes, I haven't. And I'm happy to have landed here.
Yes, which is good.
These busy times.
And so this is the thing. This album has been waited for a very long time, because you've been releasing a lot of singles, and we'll get into that as we go along.
Okay.
But I want to start off by saying a lot of people may not know that you are a true artist in the realist form. I mean, you can sing, you can dance, you can flex, you know how to work the crowd and all of that. And you're a performer, but they don't really know what you've been throughout the years to get to where you are. Can you briefly just share with us the highlights of your journey?
All right. So I started my journey when I was 7 years old. I'm 23 now.
You've grown right in front of our eyes. Look at you.
I'm 23 now, and I think I was mentored by some of the best in the game, from Dudu Manenga to Prudence Katumeni to Oliver Mtukuti at some point. And I released my first 2 singles when I was 13, Celebrate Your Life and Party Time. And then obviously I released my first album, which is called The 18th Roller Coaster, in 2016.
And you were 18?
Yes, I was 18.
No surprises for guessing.
And it's just been a roller coaster from then. I think some of my highlights are obviously Coke Studio, doing BET, Josie Tese Festival, performing with Java on stage. And I have an incredible team that makes sure that I'm always doing what I gotta do. So it's been a hectic journey for us right up until this day, when I am Tammy the artist, Tammy the ambassador, Tammy the actress as well. So I have too many highlights to say, hey, this particular one. But thus far, I have 2 albums to my name now. I was about to say 1, then I was like, oh no, I just released another one.
You forgot about the new baby. And as an artist, obviously, you've had to be groomed. You said Dudu Manenga and some of the ladies have worked with you. Oliver Mtukudzi has also worked with you and groomed you as an artist. What are maybe 1 or 2 things that you can say they taught you about becoming an artist, a performer, and the person that you are?
Do it with grace. Everything you do it with grace. No one has to know the struggle you're going through. You don't have to look like you struggle.
The Bible even says that.
So do it with grace, and always bring your 110% to everything that you do. Whether it's a crowd of just 2-3 people or 10,000 people, always bring your A game. Remain focused, stay true to who you are, and stay strong.
And you said you have an incredible team that you work with. So do they ever make you sit down? I know they do this in the K-pop industry. They make they call them their what do they call them? Idols, exactly. They make the idols sit down every day or every week, and then they watch videos which teach them how to present themselves to the public. They taught how to answer questions. They're taught to read and make sure that they're knowledgeable. They have general knowledge of everything that's going on. Do you go through that as well with your team?
I think without having to sit down for it, we do it because they will give me tasks and say, "Oh, go research on this. You need to move in this direction, So we don't really have sessions where we sit down for it. But with time, we move with the time. If there's a task at hand, we have to fully prepare for that. And I think that's where that comes in. You're preparing for maybe a UN event. You have to be knowledgeable on what the cause is for and, say the right thing. Otherwise.
So sometimes, exactly, because you don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you're sitting around and then people are talking about things they know nothing about, do you chime in? Or you probably just scratch your head and you're like, girl.
I have to scratch my head. I have to say, you don't want to offend anybody out there. Trust me. Sensitive times we're living in.
Yes. All right. So a lot has happened in the world since you won the Best Female Award in March 2020. That was with NAMA. And of course we had COVID, total lockdown. So many things happened. What were you up to during that time?
Okay, I think to be honest, 2020, I was trying to wrap my head around the idea of working in lockdown. I think I released Kutera end of year, October in 2020. That was because I was trying to figure out what really is going on. How are we going to move forward as artists and as creatives in this industry? And, eventually I just had to gather up my strength and say, look, you know what? Use whatever is there at your disposal at the time. Be creative, learn to work outside of your comfort zone. So that was 2020 for me. So Vuzijena is out. So the whole of 2021, I was working and perfecting Vuzijena. It's a project that we were working on for years and years and years. Those songs are probably like 3-4 years old, some of them. So this was my 2021. But COVID has been tough. Trying to think of new strategies, how to release music in a time like this, how to be accessible as an artist without having to physically be there, learning to perform with no crowd.
I think that should be one of the hardest things that any artist has had to adjust to, because when we're here in the studio and I don't get any messages on WhatsApp or I don't get calls,
it's
like
tense.
are people listening? And then so you are used to the crowd, because when the crowd hypes you up and they scream, then okay, I'm doing this right. They like this.
Yes.
And then so here you are, you're working with the digital space whereby the likes, the comments are coming in and you're performing, so you don't have any time to see if people are burning you or if they're showing you love. So how have you managed mentally to adjust to that?
I think, like I said, I've got an incredible support structure. If something is not going right, they're always there to chime in and say, hey, look, you know what? Maybe next time try this and that and then that. Like you're saying, it's difficult. It's so difficult to move into such a quick space without preparing yourself mentally. But thanks to my team for always having my back. Thanks to my two guys who are here. They know the ins and the outs of these social media streets. So they keep it on lock. Yeah, I think that's it. Just having a strong support structure.
And obviously, this new way, we touched on the digital and performing for no crowd. This new way of digital engagement, how has it impacted your creativity as an artist? Especially in the way that you engage the market, you engage your audience, the market and distribution of your work. How have you managed to... How has this impacted you as an artist?
Surprisingly, it's worked to my advantage more than my disadvantage. Like I'm saying, we were plunged into the deep end. We're so used to doing things physically, performing physically, handing music physically. But now, because the internet is a global society, you have the access of so much information, so many contacts at the click of your phone. So distribution-wise, it's been great. It's one way to curb piracy, not entirely 110%, but it's one way, because if a platform like iTunes, obviously you will get your money's worth. You will get people to listen in all over the world, not just here at home, which is incredible. So distribution has been great online, and I think that's where the rest of the world is moving. It was tough trying to adjust to it because you're not used to it. Here at home, we're not so used to it. But like I'm saying again and again, I'll credit my team because they've had to teach me the ins and the outs of being present on social media. So you see me there 1 or 2 times,
We've seen that a lot lately. I think even Plot Marco gave you a shout out the other day. day when you commented on a post, and then he said, shout out to you and to Vimba Izimoto for coming through and commenting. And you've actually become that artist that has become very engaging. So this is something that you picked up on, that if I don't engage this audience online when I go live,
I do what I can. I do what I can at the time, you know. If I'm not like there mentally, I won't engage. You know, you then don't want to be there like feeling all grumpy and like I have to do it. I don't necessarily have to do it, but I enjoy doing it. I enjoy like picking people's minds. What do you think of this project? How are you guys feeling today? That's where we're at in the world today.
All right. So you spoke about before, like, I feel like this doesn't just require a conversation. This requires me actually doing it this way. No, that's not the one. Wait, sorry, hold on. Something happened. No, it keeps coming back. Not you. This one. There. 21 anymore. Okay, it's Mangwana, not Kachana. Anyway, the lyrics don't matter as long as you understand what I was trying to do. This song, Kutera, you released it last year.
Last year, yes.
And you did get to release some singles last year, collaborations especially. But this song came out with Jah Praiser. How did you, Miss Tammy, you know, trying to get there with the big guns, finally get Jah Praiser on your song?
I'd been trying to get Jah Praiser on a song for the longest time, actually. And shout out to him because he's an incredible human being. The first time I approached him, he said, look, you know what? For now, let's work on you and your craft and get you to stand out there a lot more. A lot of people don't know that he is the mind behind Ndibereke. Not the lyrics, no, the video. Because he was like, hey, look, I support your journey. I want you to shoot a video, so let's go for it. And I was like, oh, cool. So he just gave me foundation so I could stand on my own a little bit more.
Pause. I like stories. You said he's the brains behind
the video.
Yes. What happened with the video? How did he get involved? Did he come up with a concept?
Yeah, he called.
And the location?
The concept was, it was done by my team and I and him as well. Because he called, the manager was like, hey, I really like what she's doing. She's so young. She's incredible. I really think she could be something. So I'm going to give you guys everything you need in order for you to shoot the video. He came through to the video shoot, was checking in on us. Obviously, he didn't have a cameo in there because he was like, this is your moment, girl.
The minute I appear, it becomes a Jah Praiser moment instead of Tammy.
It's your moment. Yes, so that's how it happened. And 3-4 years later, I'm like, hey, bro, what do you think? I think it's time now.
Exactly.
You know, let's do the thing. Then he was like, oh yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I think you've stood your ground. You've worked hard to be where you are. Let's go for it. Let's kill it.
So did you feel any nerves or any pressure trying to match his energy? Because Jah is a vibe on already. And then you're trying to match his energy to show him, you made me wait 4 years for a collabo, but now I'm here. So let me show you that I'm here and I'm present and I'm ready. Did you feel any pressure and any worry if the song would do well?
I was worried, yes. I was very worried because I'm like, hey, this is tense. You know, this is not his first collaboration with another female. So how is it going to go, first of all? But he's such a chill person, like he said. He's just good vibes. When we were in the studio, it made me feel very comfortable. If anything, he was picking my brains the whole time. He's like, what do you think of this? I wrote some of those lines for him. You know, I told him what to sing. He let me have full control of the production. He's so cool.
That's your flex. That's your flex.
Oh my goodness. No, he's cool, people.
All right. And so this song came out. When was it recorded actually?
In November. I think it was August 2020. August. Yeah.
So we'd just come out of COVID lockdown, the first crazy lockdowns that we had.
Yes.
And that just kept extending. And then now you want to release the song. And there's that pressure. Kuti, we're coming out of lockdown and everybody's been doing things their own way. They've come up with ways. Everybody's saying, no, I think because like no one knew that this was going to happen. COVID was going to happen and this new way of doing things was going to happen. So now that it has happened, some people managed to set the pace, which a lot of people were following, but you want to take your own path and show you. So what was the pressure that you were going through at that time to release the song?
It's always to outdo my last body of work. That's such a scary thing because you never know. You might feel like, oh, this is 110% it. But people think otherwise. You know, I've learned to take myself out of that space where I put pressure on myself to make sure that this is the best, because you can't put in your 110% and people decide otherwise. So I think that was my pressure. Like, is he going to be better than my last body of work? You have a whole Kwandinova that's there and everyone's like, it's still going, Kwandinova. How do you outdo Kwandinova? You know? So it was tough. I think I'm always running my own race and I'm always running in my own lane. So always the pressure is, how can you be better than you were yesterday?
Okay.
Yeah.
And now, as a public figure, there's always so much pressure to look a certain way. Look nice, look trim, look this way. And the lockdown changed all of us in this room, and anybody that's watching, we all changed with the lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
So, because we were off the scene, we were at home, we were
Yes.
pretty much chilling and doing nothing.
And chowing a lot.
So when the video came out, we saw a voluptuous, plump version of the Tammy we had last seen on Kwandinova.
Yes.
And there were a lot of comments that were coming up. Some people were like, oh, wow, Achakura. Oh, wow, what happened to her? So there were all of this. How did you handle all this feedback while this song is a hit and you like the song and you want them to focus on the song, but they're also focusing on your image?
It's tense. It's really tense. It wasn't one of those moments where I was like, oh yes, you know, people look at me in this manner. I'm so used to being very, very tiny. I'm naturally very tiny. So it was different, but I had to learn to filter out the good and the bad. You know, who's saying what? Should I take in that opinion or not? You know, and I really had to look at it hard. If my team is saying no, but bro, you got to hit the gym, then I had to hit the gym.
Did you hit the gym?
Yes, I did.
You did, and you trimmed down.
Oh my goodness, I had to. So it's a journey, it's a process, you know. Self-love, I don't think you're ever gonna get to 110%. I'm happy, this is it, I look bomb. You know, it's a constant work of art. You have to constantly keep working on yourself. Like you said, like I'm 23 now, so there's a lot happening with me and my
You're
body.
starting to evolve exactly into a woman.
Yes, so you got to try to figure out, what am I supposed to do next? Do I love myself in this manner? You know, self-love, mental health, like people all over the internet. Why are you like this? Why do you look like this? And some people say, it's so tense. But I've had to learn to be happy within myself, to work on myself because I want to, not because somebody else said it to me. Say, oh no, you don't look good. That's your opinion of me, and it's fine to say that. But what do I think of myself?
All right, still on that, I just want to ask, do you feel some type of way to please the public and your fans, because they feel like we are the ones who consume the product you're giving us, so you should at least take what we say into consideration?
I do feel that. I do feel that sometimes. But I remember at the beginning of my journey when I released 18th Roller Coaster, I was very much free from that kind of thinking. So I was able to put out a body of work that I wanted with no influence of anyone, and I enjoyed it. I have no regrets about it, you know. But now I have to think really hard. So I'm trying to get back to that space where, you know, I'll tell you about it later in the interview. I met this incredible individual who does not let anyone tell them what to do in the studio.
All right.
Okay. So that's what I aspire to be.
I think I have a couple of guesses of who that person may be. 0712-831-172. Hit us up on the WhatsApp number as well as on the Facebook Live. Tell us who you think that person is that Tammy met, and that person told Tammy, Kuti, don't listen to what people say and don't let anybody tell you what to do when you're in the studio and in life as well.
Yes.
All right, so hit us up on the WhatsApp number and tell us. We got Tammy Moyo in the studio, and we just want to let you know this program is proudly sponsored by NMB Bank. So let me just tell you the quick one. Instant account benefits. Remember I said that you should dial *241#. You can open an NMB Bank instant account. So it's universally compatible. Something's going on. It's universally compatible of any type of phone. Zero data is required to dial *241#. It is easy, short, straightforward process, and direct integration with national registration through the registrar, which means no ID copy is required. Avoid extra costs to, you know, for passport pictures and affidavits and all of that. And there's instant linkage with your EcoCash wallet, so you can receive an SMS notification with your bank once you get with your new bank account number, and the account is activated immediately after completing the application process, and you'll be ready to transact, courtesy of NMB Bank on Connect Online. So it's all very, very easy. No pressure. You can apply for your NMB Bank SIM Switch debit card and collect from any agents or NMB Bank branches countrywide. And what more do you want? What's also no pressure? Access a world with endless possibilities. It's easy to upgrade and to connect to a current type whenever you're ready. But also remember, T's and C's apply. We have Tammy Moyo in the studio, and one of the biggest collaborations that are on her album, Vudzijena, is this one right here, featuring Soldier Love. This song is called Rudo. We're going to play a clip of it.
If you back the loving, standing together we're winning. There's no turning back cause we're moving. Kudana na chete we're shining. This is the land of good loving. Won't you say it with me, Tirivano Bamwe? Good and never ever shanje. She baba na tabi ba hotel. Banero, apana wana tatilana. Nekutirudo. Banero, apana wana birana. Kana kurayana nerudo. Apana wana tatilana. It's all about living and loving. Living and loving.
Yes, Maribel, Jesus, Papa, teach you down now.
I'm a phone call away hotline. One word for you, oh na na na. Veru vengo vaya na matai. Deje denga yeji puga mai. Whoa 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 yeah 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 yeah. Don't it feel like sunshine? Cause we all love and love get it light. I hold your hand and you're holding mine. Yeah yeah. Gati batane. Hold my yeah yeah. Apana wana tatilana. Nekutirudo. Wanero. Apana wana birana.
Our time right now is 17 minutes before 3 p.m. At 3 p.m. end of this show. This is brought to us by NMB Bank. We have Tammy Moyo in the studio, and we're chopping up with her and talking to her about the music. Vudzijena, the album is out now, so you can go and check it out. And earlier on, before we play this song, I asked a question. She said something about how someone in the studio told her not to listen to what nobody says, the negative stuff, don't pay no mind to that. And majority votes say it is, or someone said Chiweda. This is Tawanda Claudius. She said someone I met. Aktoimba. Chiweda about Daratinai Sagatri. So majority vote says it's Soldier Love. Are they correct?
Yes, very much so.
How did you meet Soldier Love?
I met him through Sunshine, the producer. I think for the longest time I'd been saying I want to work with this person. There is a certain track that I did where I also wanted him on there, but was not able to, obviously because he was a very busy person and just about his craft as well. So that's what happened.
All right. And getting to convince him, Kuti, hi, Jaloves, Auro. It's Tammy here.
I actually don't want to take credit for that. I think Sunshine, the producer, was very good friends with Soldier Love, and for the longest time I was like, Sunshine, can you make it happen, please? So I didn't do any convincing. You know, Sunshine got him to come to the studio and record.
And then, so what were some of the conversations that you had in the studio with him?
He was not a man of many words, to be honest. Contrary to what people believe.
In conversation.
Yeah. I think his music speaks for itself. He was one person who liked to express. So there was very little conversation just about the music, you know, just watching him do his thing. I learned a lot just from watching. It was hardly ever any conversation.
And the word is Soldier Love didn't write any music. He never wrote down any music. He would freestyle. So
no, he did not.
So when he walked into the studio and he did his part.
Literally. He just walked in there and just did his thing. And you can't tell him nothing. And this is me with like 4 or 5 papers trying to write up some verses.
Don't tell him I have a baby. All right. And then, so you had, you did this collaboration with him. Were there plans to do a video as well?
Yes, they were. But the song is very, very old, actually.
How old is the song?
I think a year and a half ago. We'd actually discarded the song because there are a lot of things in production. I think you have to keep refining and refining. So I think in the process of refining, it just got lost somewhere in there.
All right.
Yeah.
So which will bring me to my next question, seeing as you said you had discarded this song. Why then release it now? Is this, don't you aren't you scared of running the risk of being said to ride the wave?
No.
Capitalizing on the fact
No.
that he's no longer here. That's why now you're releasing the song that you had discarded.
No. It's a matter of I want the world to experience the magic that we were making beyond that. Like I said, not all the songs on Vudzijena were written like recently. It was a process of selecting over and over again and refining. So in there, the song was revived. It was not just a matter of, oh, now because this is the situation, I must release it. No. And I'm sure that he would have wanted the same. For his legacy to live on through not just videos and pictures, but also through the music. I'm sure he would have wanted people to experience this. And the song and the message is so powerful. It's universal. It will outlive all of us, which is the message of love. We're
right.
preaching about loving each other, not just as Mujolo lovers or whatever, but as friends, as brothers, as sisters. We're living in a time and in a world where people are experiencing so much negativity online. Even in real life, a lot of crazy things are happening. So why not talk about love? Why not share this powerful message with people?
All right.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we need you to send in your voice notes. Our phone lines are down. So 0712-831-172. Send us a 30-second voice note. Make sure your voice notes are not longer than 30 seconds. And then just tell us, ask Tammy any questions that you have, and then we'll play the voice notes, and then she will respond to them live on air. Like I said, the phone lines are down, so you can send us a voice note on 0712-831-172. Please make sure that you keep your voice notes 30 seconds and below, so that we can shout out to her. All right, Tammy, this is from Mazanga Chizinga. Anzi, I love her voice. I know go now you. Gift Gizla says, I am a Tammy fan forever. However, most of her interviews, they come with different accents. He says that your accent changes. America, but England, and then Russia. Have you ever heard this though?
I've heard this a couple times. I think.
Can I defend you?
If you want to.
In her defense, Anditika. And don't know that time I no travel asteric. So I travel I no pick accent travel. So the last time she traveled, I'm sure she picked up the English accent because she was there for Zimfest, right? And then so please allow her. It's different from me, Chambari, who's ever only been to South Africa and Botswana and maybe one or two other places. So yeah, please. Did I do a good job?
Yeah, I think you did justice to it. I have nothing to say beyond that.
Someone travel also accent guy, you know what All right, 0712-831-172. Hit us up. All right, let's continue to talk about Vudzijena. You said it's a trilogy. What is this project about?
It was meant to be a trilogy. Initially, I wanted it to be a visual project. So we did work on a couple of visuals, and we wanted to release it in 3s. But we just felt, this is the time. We're ready. Let's give the people what they want to hear. And I'm sure I was going to get a lot of shoutings on the internet about why I've released a project with 4 songs on it only, But beyond that, I really wanted people to hear what I've been working on. I think for the longest time, the selection process, we had over like 100 songs to pick from because I'm always writing. I'm always working on my craft. So I felt, why not? Why not just give the people, something beyond that?
Tell them about the way you write your music before I
in the house.
Tammy writes
a very private space.
Tammy's greatest hits are all written from the toilet seat, guys.
I'm never gonna forgive my dad for this. I'm really not.
That's where her dad said it at her listening session. That's where Tammy's the greatest hits are Kwandinova, all of these songs, beautiful Ndojandiri, toilet seat songs. So you see,
my goodness,
the best inspiration comes from number 2. Because once you let it out, yes, the mind starts working properly.
I won't say anything.
All right. So you are an artist. I think one of the only artists, or one of the few artists that have some of the biggest brands in the country backing you. And we won't mention any names because that'll be advertising. But just tell us what you have done as an artist, as you, Tammy, to ensure that you bag these endorsements and also keep them, because there are many people that look up to you that are also wondering, what was you gonna say?
I always say teamwork makes the dream work. Without management, without somebody to capture this moment here, without somebody to do styling, without somebody to sit down and think of script writing for a visual, not just a good visual, but a great visual, makes everything work. And I think they look at that. When you pay attention to detail, I think all these corporations look at that. Do you pay attention to finer detail? What message are you conveying as an individual? What does your brand say to people? What do you communicate to people when you sing or when you even speak? sometimes it's not necessarily about the music. It's about your character as well. It's about the kind of person you are. And does your brand align with what they're about? And most of the time, all these people are seeking for not entirely perfection, but someone who works to the T to make sure that it's a well-presented body of work. And that's what they want to associate themselves with, I think.
So how do you define your character?
I was thinking about this for the longest time. I'm an extroverted introvert. So I love to be around people. I love to interact with people. I'm very loud, very bubbly, but I know when to reserve myself and kind of take a back seat.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you think there's unity in the Zimbabwean industry? And if not, what do you think prevents it?
I think, yes, there is to a certain extent. Now there is. You find a lot of people like sharing each other's work. You find XQ sharing Freeman's work and sharing my work as well. Natio is busy commenting on my project. I'm commenting on his project. So yeah, it's happening eventually. And the internet has allowed us to do that. At the same time, for the other aspect, which is the negative, I think it's because people drive that narrative. And sometimes because you're human, you might find yourself feeding into that negativity. You find, oh, so-and-so is better than you. So now you're thinking hard, you're like, how is this person better than me, and if you're not careful, that can eat you up, and now you're consumed in all this beefing online. But you just got to learn to take a back seat and just keep doing you.
All right. If an upcoming female singer from Zimbabwe were to ask you for a collabo, what would your conditions be?
Do we have musical chemistry? I don't think it's anything else beyond that, because I'm an artist, I'm a creative, and it's not a must that you must say yes to everything. You also have to work with people who you can relate with musically, intellectually. So I think chemistry beyond everything else.
All right. So 0712-831-172. This is brought to us by NMB Bank. We're about to play your voice notes right now. But you were wondering, who is the target market for the instant accounts? So you can open your account anytime from anywhere on your phone, *241#. If you're a school leaver, college students, sitting students on attachment, and graduate trainees, formal and informal employed individuals can also open an account. In the absence of payslips will not be a hindrance. Don't worry, if you don't have a payslip, it's not an issue. Seasonal and contracted employees are also available to open these accounts. Retired and pensioners access pension payouts without hassles. Farmers, if you're in horticulture, cotton, tobacco, you can come through. DSTV subscribers can also open an account, and you can become a connector and earn commission and derive additional income. So let's go on to those voice notes. 0712-831-172. What you want to ask Tammy, because we have her in the studio.
Hello, Miss Tammy, how are you? It's Panache Kazure. I really love your music. I'm a big fan of you and my friend Takunda, who is in Zaka, and he's just advising me that Akatoterera this interview, and he's always saying I'm looking forward to work with Tammy at some point. I think that will happen. Thank you. It's Panache Kazure.
All right, so Panashe's got a friend that's in Zaka that's also tuned in right now.
Oh, yes.
Look at you, girl, all over the country. All right, we also got another... do you want to comment on that one?
Yeah, thank you so much for the support and the love that you continue to show me. I really love you guys, and I'll work my hardest to make sure that I keep you happy with the music.
All right, here's another one.
Tammy, I like your music, and I'm so happy to you. I appreciate it. Nemangoma artist, like Anna Humba.
Yes, Humba did a song about you. A guy called Humba did a song, Tammy Moyo. And then you met him on Sunday. What was that like?
I don't know. I didn't know how to feel. But all the same, I'm so grateful that they recognize me.
When you heard about the song, what did you think? You thought it was a joke? Like, no? So there's no way there's a song about me.
I was just like, okay, this is different. I think.
You were there when he came to perform the song here, right?
Oh, he performed the song.
Yeah. And he's like, no, Tammy, I need to appreciate Tammy.
Oh, thank you so much. No, I did comment on one of his posts actually. When it came out, I was like, oh, this is nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was it. I never said anything beyond that.
All right, big question that's coming up, and they're saying, what happened now, Holy 10? Because Holy 10 then went and dated Yaya Good Vibes, and people thought, no, Yaya and Yaya, and then he broke up with Yaya. It was a big mess. So, like, what's the deal with Holy 10?
You know what? I'm just going to put this to rest. I think everybody has the freedom of choice, you know? And like I always say, I think he's an incredible artist.
But it's not my time.
No, not even. I just think let's just keep it there for now. I really enjoy what he does. And hopefully in future we can work on something together. But as for now, yeah, let's just keep it as artists. He's incredible.
Okay, there we go. As an artist. I think she said let's put it to rest so she doesn't expect to hear this question again. All right, we got another voice now. Let's hear what this one says.
Haina ndangovunza time kuti song yaHumba wakainzwa here ende unoti chine zvayo.
Yes, they keep asking about Humba, and she said she heard the song, right?
I heard the song. I commented on it per Instagram.
All right,
Yeah.
let's hear another one.
Hi, Miss Tammy Moyo. I just wanted to say that I'm a really big fan of yours. I love your music. And also, I wanted to know if, are you releasing more music, of which I'd love you to, and what should we expect from you, like, moving forward? Are there any projects, any more projects? Please keep us posted.
Wow. They're loving it so much they want me to release another project. Go check out Vuzi Jenna. It's out. And tomorrow I have a little surprise for you guys, so subscribe to my channel. Yes. Yeah.
All right, this is a good one. This one is from Gift Gizla. He says, how hard is it to promote your music? Singers, most artists have resorted to drama to promote their music currently, coming up with fake storylines and fake plots and all of that.
Oh yeah, it's a challenge, like I said, but always I advise every artist out there, whether you are upcoming or established, work with the team. If you look at some of the biggest artists who are out there, they're not working as individuals. I got the privilege to watch Ja do his thing, and they work as one unit. So if you find somebody who believes in you, don't do things by yourself. So in this time, yes, it is difficult, but like I said, again, the internet is there for you.
What does this team require? Who should be in this team? Because I can just get my friends and family. Who should be in this team?
Right, we're living in the digital age. You have to be present online. What does that mean? Imagery, visuals, videos, going live on your Instagram. You need somebody to do that for you if you can't do it by yourself. If you want to do it by yourself, make sure that you're constantly active on your phone. I have a friend of mine, my best friend. She loves going live and it's really working well for her. Management as well. Don't strive to do things by yourself. Specialize. Let people specialize for you. You're only as strong as your team, like I'm saying. So yeah, we're pushing, and online makes everything free of drama and whatnot. I don't have to be involved in controversy or any of that stuff for me to try and push my work. Just gotta stay consistent and try pushing. It's not always the best, but it works sometimes. So I'll keep at it. I'll keep pushing.
All right, so we've run out of time. Time flies when y'all are talking about this and that and that and this and all this business. But we just want to say a big thank you to you, Tammy, for coming through to the show. Continue to inspire. I know the teenagers, the college students, the young ones, they love Tammy.
Thank you so much.
What does it take to be, what are they called? The white hairs. What do you call them? The white squad. The one with the white hairs. What's your squad called?
The Vuzijena squad.
The Vuzijena squad. But I heard, I was getting lost if that was the name that I heard that day.
Oh yeah.
But what would it take for a young girl who wants to be a part of it?
All right. So there is, check my socials. I've posted a number on there. If you want updates on Tammy Music, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like I said, I have a little surprise for you up there. And then Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. Follow me. That's TAMYMOYO. It's Tammy with one M. Yeah.
We are done. Thank you so much, Tammy, for coming through to Center Stage.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
This has been Center Stage with Chamvari. All the hottest and latest live